welcome to another episode of The Lamp is On, and I have Armoni here with us, who is a new co-host.
Hello, you guys. How are you guys doing? As Johnnie said, I am your new co-host, Armoni Jones, and today we will be doing an episode called Flipping the Switch. So instead of Johnnie doing all the talking, I will be doing all the talking today, but I will be doing a Q&A with him, basically trying to ask questions of why is he doing the things that he's doing today. So let's go ahead and get into the video and let's get started. So Mr. Perkins, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Johnnie, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have the first question. What made you want to start writing?
I actually started writing in high school when I went to Johnson. It's a good school.
I agree.
But I started writing there. I had a teacher named Mr. Henry. I don't know if he's still there. He might not be there no more.
No, I don't know Mr. Henry.
But he would take the smallest of anything, like a newspaper article or something like that, and he would make us write about it. And I wrote a story one time, and I fell in love with how I was writing it. How I was writing it. My bad.
All right, continue. Continue.
I wanted to continue to do something like that. I actually wrote a play back in like my senior year in 2009. And what happened was I was going to do the play, but I was like, nah, nobody will come to it. So it took me 2 years to actually do it. And I finally did it in 2011. And we had an amazing turnout for it. You had said that you were there.
Yes, I do remember that play. It's very little. Very.
That was my first plays, and what I did with that, it was all my personal life, but people didn't realize that everything that happened except for the rape that was in the play.
Oh, wow.
Everything.
I never knew that.
Yeah, everything else is my life. So getting stood up at prom, that was one. I'm trying to think what else happened.
I never knew that.
But anyways, everything that was going on in that play was based off of my life. And then from there on, I just expounded on that to where I am now. So writing is just fun. It is fun to put my thoughts on the paper and then have them come to life on stage.
Okay. It's basically like saying you like people inside of your head, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not crazy, but I am.
But you're crazy. We all understand that. It's okay. I think we all believe that. We can all agree on that. That some of us do think that we are just as much, crazy. But it's okay. So I never knew that. Oh, see, you learn something new every day. That is so shocking. Okay, moving on to our next question.
How is that so shocking?
Because, me watching the play, when I was little, I just thought you had this wonderful idea. Oh, I want to write a play, I never knew it was based on a true story, if that means. I thought you just wrote it just to write, just to get your, ideas out and everything, how life can really be, because that's how the play was. But now, that was, how many years ago? 2011, 8 years ago, and I was 8 at the time. That was, kind of crazy. And now to sit back in 2020 and just to find that out is kind of shocking, because for 8 years, I just thought, you know what? Okay. Next question.
The thing is, though, that the way it was written, nobody would probably even think that, because all of my life situations, and I put them in different characters. So you wouldn't even think that all of that will be based off of one person.
Oh, wow. Yeah, your mind do be thinking on another level. I can truly say, I can say that. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the next question, which is, who is your inspiration? I know I have heard you talk about some people, well, this main person the most. Well, I've been in like your plays and everything, but I never truly asked you that question. So today I am asking you, who is your inspiration?
I truly say a lot of people will say, and I have said it before, that Tyler Perry, the person that you're talking about,
Yes.
would be an inspiration to me. He has really made me want to be bigger than what I was, because I was at the point where I was going to stop. Like, nobody was going to come to my plays or anything. I actually had a play. I think it was a play after my first one that we did the play. We did 3 shows, and for 2 of those shows, I only had 5 people in the audience, but we still did the play. And I was at the point where I was like, nah, maybe I shouldn't do this. But I saw Tyler Perry keep going and going. And he told a story about how his very first play, he was expecting about 100 and something people, but only 30 showed up. But yet he kept pushing and pushing to where he is now. And I was like, man, I need to keep pushing. It doesn't matter who the audience is. And that's why I tell people, like I told you in a couple of plays, you and the castmates, I would tell you all, no matter how many people show up, we're going to still do the play. We're going to still do it. And even if it's just 2 people, just make that a dress rehearsal, because we're going to keep doing it. And that's what we've been doing ever since. And the very last play that we did, we had a packed house.
Yeah, that was, yeah. When I walked out for the first scene, and I was like, oh wow, I did not expect for this many people to be here. But it caught me off guard just a little bit, and I was like, okay, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. This is me thinking, like, I hope I don't forget my lines. I hope Johnnie remember all his lines, and I hope Jacob know what he's doing, because that was a pack house. If we would have messed up.
The thing is, somebody came back there and told us that there was a lot of people out there. I was like, man,
And we didn't believe them.
it's not that many people out there.
It's not that many people.
And then
Actually,
you went out first.
Because I was in the first scene.
And did you come back and tell us?
Because I wasn't able to come back after that first scene. I was out. I wasn't able to go back until half intermission. I wasn't able to go back into intermission. But I do remember somebody coming back there and telling us, and we were either peeking through the curtains or the door that's on the side. And we was like, oh yeah, there's a lot of people out there. And we didn't believe them, but boy. Yeah.
Then I thought it was just people sitting in the chairs. We didn't know that it was packed with people even standing up until we turned the lights on. So
yeah, we had a great show.
I just said, I'm going to keep pushing and going. Like I did one play where I charged like $5 for admission, but it was better for me to make them free. And a lot of people, I've had people come to me and ask me, why don't I sell tickets for my plays? And I don't want it to be where it's a money hungry thing.
We just want to do it.
A message that has to go out. But the money will come once we show the commitment that, I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep going. It's not really about a money thing for me. It's about making sure that people get entertained. And that's what people have been doing. And we have fun on stage. And hey, I'm happy.
Inspiration can come from a lot of people, but also it can come from you, and it can come in different ways. But that's just really good to see how you thought of it as visual. So you had a dream, and then you thought of it as just like regular people giving you regular inspiration. So that is really good as well. So let's go ahead and move on to our next question, you guys, which is, What kind of projects do you wish to do in the future?
Well, we are actually doing my sixth play. I think this is number 6.
Woo!
It's coming in August. As a matter of fact, you guys, we're going to have the cast on in a couple of episodes, so get ready for that. But that play is called The Friend I Never Wanted. I fell in love with that title. Somebody said it, and I said, oh, snap. There are actually people in our lives that we would consider a friend, but it's a friend that we never wanted because they're not doing anything but harming us in the long run. So I was like, yep, we're going to do it. And so we're doing that play. This is the very first stage play that I will not be on stage. So I can direct fully. The cast is getting ready, and I'm excited about that. I am also doing I want to do a web series to put on the channel. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a couple of years. I've been looking on YouTube and seeing a lot of web series, and I was like, hey, I can do that. And so I'm looking into something like that. It's in my mind to becoming like a producer type thing. So I want to see where that goes. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. That web series is coming, hopefully spring 2021.
Okay, you guys, you got to keep that in mind now. Spring 2021, Johnnie Perkins is putting on a web series, so you guys be on the lookout for that. I know I'm going to be super excited. Great things are coming, you guys. So you make sure you guys be on the lookout, and also make sure that you guys come see The Friend That You Never Wanted. I will be in that play as well. It's going to be amazing. I know that it is. And you guys are going to be very shocked.
Listen.
Very shocked. And a little heartbroken, you know? This play might make you cry.
I wanted to do something out of the box, like out of the norm of what I normally write. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. I think this play is just gonna be very interesting. Because not a lot, like you said, it's out of the box for you. So a lot of people are not going to be expecting some of the things that's inside of it.
Right.
So I think this is like a new step up. This is like, okay, bam, I'm about to be here, you know? Like, what's up? All right, so we go ahead and move on to the next question, which is, what are some goals you would like to accomplish? Like, what is a major goal for you?
That is a good question. One of my major goals, man, that's a good question. Girl, you're good.
You're welcome. I got your brain. Thank you.
One of my major goals is to actually like a performing arts academy per se. That's a goal of mine. I'm trying to write up a business plan. So if anybody is business minded and want to join our team, hit us up. But I'm building this whole thing around my ministry, JMP Ministries. Matter of fact, y'all say congratulations to Moni because she has joined the team. She's not only a host, but she's also a content writer. And so you're going to see some the web series. She might have some of her stuff in there. So we're looking forward to that. But we're building a team. I'm trying to get myself out there to where I don't want it to be said, because I've heard it said so many times that nothing good comes out of Savannah. Like, you can't go any further. Like, we see some of these artists who try to get far in Savannah, but they're just in Savannah. And I want to make this Performing Arts Academy something to where you can start here in Savannah and your name can get out there. You know, making ourselves, putting our name back on the map. Because everybody want to move to Atlanta. It's cool, swag, it's all right. But Atlanta getting crowded.
That is true.
So
That is very true.
Savannah have some stuff. Why can't people want to come to Savannah to get talent? And so that's a big goal of mine, is trying to build this academy to where it's not just we're just doing stuff here in Savannah, but we're taking it and we're going further out into the country.
Okay. I think that's a really great goal, especially for the community and the youth to have something, to see as family to work on. But if you have a business plan and put your mind to it, yes, you can do anything that you would like to do. So I can't wait to see what the future is holding for that. I think that would be very, very cool. And then you can do like classes maybe, or maybe like a seminar or webinar or something. I think that would be really amazing to see and to help the community, especially like with violence and stuff like that, helping kids with their academics, probably like mental growth, maybe. I think that's the right word. But yes, we will be on the lookout for that, you guys. So Johnnie has amazing things coming for you guys that you guys will be seeing in the future. So just be on the lookout for things. Great things are coming. I know. So like, how is it? I know sometimes it can get hard with working like with different personalities. When somebody may get mad at you, and then some people may come in with attitudes one day, may not want to, practice or rehearse. How is that, like, while being a director? Like, how do you take that in? Do you take it personal, or
I've had moments where cast members would come in tired, because like we rehearse like twice a week, like at nighttime. So like, but the thing was that all of my rehearsals were at in the summertime, because my plays were in the summer. But it was your play, the last one, How Did We Meet Jesus? That was during school. And so, but I was really dealing with adults who were just getting off of work. And I personally love working with young people versus adults. I will say that. Because a lot of people say, why you ain't wrote no play for the seniors? I don't have the patience. I can deal with the young people and their attitudes. Like, there were a couple of rehearsals that we would have, and the cast was tired, or they didn't want to act right. And I just had to say, hey, we got such and such, we got 2 weeks, 3 weeks until this play. So y'all need to come on and get together.
Yeah, we'll get up and push through it.
Yeah. Like, there were moments that, because you struggle every summer, because you're not there, because you're doing
Dance and
you got dance practice, and then when you're tired, and I was like,
but I be pushing through, and I know my lines. I do know my lines. I would know my lines, and I would have to push through though. It was just the fact.
At you one time, because you weren't doing nothing. I said,
I think I literally sat there and was it crazy? Was that crazy with the desk? I think it was crazy. And it was just like, I don't know what it was, but it was like one day I was not in the mood for it. I literally came in, sat right there at that desk, and I was like, okay, can we hurry this up? Because I'm ready to go.
That right there, I think I had a lot. That was the year. Crazy was the one where a lot of y'all were mad, and y'all was like, can we hurry up and get this together? And I had to shut y'all down. I said, hey, we gonna go through this thing until we get it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just had to learn how to deal with the attitudes and say, hey, this isn't, permanent, because in the end, it all came together. But it's like different people, how they are, different styles, because you're one who probably, we have 10 weeks of rehearsals, and you probably miss like half of them, half of the rehearsals, because of something else. But yet, when we get to the play, uh, everything comes together. You know all the lines, and everybody loves you. And
Yeah, I have to work twice as hard than the other. Cause
yeah,
I'd be like, okay, I gotta learn my lines faster. And then the thing about it is, I don't even know somebody else's lines because they don't know their lines, and I'll be like, come on, man,
yeah.
work with me.
My first play, I don't know if you remember Raymond. He played
Yes.
Machine. Um, whether you want to believe it or not, he was not at practice for, I think, the whole summer. I think he only came to 2 weeks of practice, and that was leading up to the play.
Oh
And I
God.
said, I don't know if I want to do this because he was in Texas for most of the summer. And so he was coming back to go to school. And that's when he was there for the practices. And I was like, he's not going to know these lines. He going to Texas to have fun. He ain't going to know these lines or none of that. But when I tell you that, 2 weeks, guess what I was doing? Still trying to
Still trying to do your lines, yeah.
tell you that he knew every single one of his lines. I was so embarrassed because he was like just spitting out his lines. And I was like, what's my line? Because we had a scene where it was just me and him. And he even told me my lines. I was so mad. Like I got,
That's how it be.
and here we are,
Okay.
days in, and I still haven't done better. But what? But but really though, working with I like the cast that we have this year. I think everybody's cool, and the way that we're practicing now is because we haven't really felt each other in person yet, and but we've been practicing on Zoom, and so we're cooling it out wherever we are. Y'all in the store, y'all where were you? Downtown.
Yeah. In a restaurant,
Y'all
loud as ever.
y'all no one
In a car.
car.
Yep.
I'm late because I was at the pool and phone.
My phone died.
I said, "Oh my goodness!" But
We coming.
I'm to just deal with it, and I tell y'all, as long as y'all are getting your lines, I'm not gonna ever tell anybody because this is a voluntary thing. I'm not paying the cast member, so I can't make you come to rehearsal. But the good thing is that you all are so interested in it and you want to do it to where you make time to come to practice twice a week. And so we're making it do, but I'm just, I don't know. I just try to push through those attitudes.
I know that could be aggravating, man. Like I know. Sometimes you feel like, oh, you'd be like, oh, I don't wanna, just
Is there?
have.
These are projects. These are my words, and so,
Hmm.
of course I want it to be perfect. Of course I want it
Yeah.
to come out right. You're gonna find out when you've written your stuff and we start rehearsing it and stuff. You're gonna want your words to come out the way that you wrote it, and you're gonna get aggravated. But it's a learning process, learning how to deal. Because not only are you dealing with their personality, but now you got to deal with the personality that you wrote, and they got to learn how to be that person. So
That is very true. Never thought of it that way, but I see where you're coming from, and it's very understandable.
I mean, work it. You gotta work it. Like you're not Grace. And
Oh no.
you're definitely not Faith.
Oh no.
But you had to put on that personality.
Yeah, I remember. At the end of How Did I Meet Jesus,
You
we were.
you named that play about 20 times today.
Yes, I'd have. I really don't know the name of that play, but that one, when I played Faith, I remember at the end. I remember at the end of the show, these group of kids came up to me because we were getting ready to do the pictures, and I was signing stuff and stuff. And this little girl came up to me with this group of people, and she was like, "Do you really act like that in real life? She really think I'm disrespectful in real life?" And I was like, "No, I'm really nice in real life." Like, and then I had to hug her. I was like, "Please don't be afraid of me." And we took the picture and stuff, and I was just like, "Oh wow, she really think I'm disrespectful in in real life." And I was like, "No, I'm not disrespectful. I would never do that to an elder, especially." The lady who played my grandma is actually my grandma.
You were rude.
Yes, I was rude.
Like,
Now that is a side of me. That's a side of me
when I watched it back, I said, "Oh, I almost snapped. I would have snatched." And how you were doing it, because these were people who you see every Sunday.
Yes, Miss Perkins,
Like my
my
mom,
grandma.
you,
Yes.
Sister Pace, like you were rude to them, and I was like, "Oh snap, money!"
Because Johnny knows, like, okay, Faith is a person that, like, Faith is the side of me that people don't see, but I do have. Like, I'm not disrespectful, but I can get to that point where, okay, I can be disrespectful. I can't be disrespectful. So it was just the point of, like, he was like, okay, you just need to be snappy. I said, oh, bet, I can do that for you. And as soon as I read the lines, I was like, oh, this is fun. But, I would never do that. It was just like, playing the role was really fun. And even while I was standing right there next to your mom and she was singing, and you were like, okay, you got to do stuff to make her mad. And I was like, it's Sister Perkins. What am I supposed to do? And I had to start yelling. Like, I had to say, okay, lady, can you please be quiet? And when I said that, I said, oh my God, did I really just say that? And then the scene with my grandma at the beginning, and she was like, "Oh, you going to church?" And I was like, "I'm not going to church." But if I would have said that in real life, just let me let you guys know, I would not be here today doing this video for y'all. Okay? Just letting you guys know that right now. I would not be here at all. That was one disrespectful little girl.
Yeah, and you pulled it off. Like I was like the whole play, you had to be disrespectful, and I was like, okay, you really pulled that off.
Until the end where I had to dance.
Yeah,
and they were like, yeah. Because even I had to get disrespectful with you on one part, and Jacob.
See, listen, the scene with me, like, and we rehearsed these things, but it was like, y'all, when I tell y'all that Monty will rehearse a certain way, but she'll take it to a whole nother level when the lights go down.
Because it's showtime. It's time to perform. Let's go.
She said to me on that stage were not said at practice.
Yes, it was. Hold on. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
No. I almost pushed you off the stage.
Hold on. I think, okay, I'm thinking, maybe I did say something because your face looked at me and you were like, and I said, oh, snap, what did I just say? Like, words be coming out so fast. I don't be thinking while I'm in, performance mode. I'm in go mode. Like, come on. Like, let's go. So I just be saying stuff, to make the crowd laugh, entertain and stuff. But I think I did say something that I wasn't saying at practice because your face, you literally had to stop and think. You were like,
I really thought that I was going to have to choke you. And I had to remember that we were in a play and that this was not real. Because I was like, no, she really said that.
what did I say? I don't.
If you all want to see this play, I regret. That's one thing that I do regret is not recording all of my plays. But if you all want to see this play that we're talking about, I don't even know the name now. How did you meet Jesus? I'm gonna put that link down below. It is on YouTube. Go check it out, and then come back to this video and comment and let us know how did you feel about it, about her performance as Faith, because she really took us to another level, and she's gonna be going to another level, a higher level in this play.
Oh yes. You guys, I cannot wait for you guys to see this play. Like, I'm so ready. Because even now, even when I know this is going off topic, but can I just say this? Okay. So even when he first sent out the script and I was reading it, I was literally in the house acting out like one of my favorite lines of this whole entire play. And I said, oh, I can't wait. Like, this is really going to take me to another level because people is really going to see a different side of me. And it's just like, wow, they're really going to see something that they have never seen before, but they're going to catch it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this week's episode, Flipping the Switch, with your new co-host, Armoni Jones. I will be back with more episodes. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with 3 of your other friends, and tell them to come join this talk show. You feel me? Come join our vibe. Come do what we do. And we will see you guys on next week's episode next Monday. You guys be on the lookout for that one. That one is going to be very awesome, very great. You're going to like it, so enjoy. Peace.
All right, you ready? All right. The lamp is on. Okay. Here we go.
Sometimes when you sit back and you actually think about it, inspiration can come from a lot of things, and not just from people themselves, but also yourself. Ooh, as well.
Say that again.
Inspiration can come from a lot of things, not only from yourself, but you in particular, and maybe other people. I just said that.
Fine.
Okay. Okay. Let's do that again. All right, you guys, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Flipping the Switch, where I am your new co-host, Armoni Jones, and your new also co-host, Johnnie Perkins.
You need to say that again.
Okay. Well, okay.
Do it again.
Okay. What am I supposed to say? Like, thank you. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode of Flipping the Switch with the talk show. The lamp is on. And I have to redo that because Johnnie is telling me no. So let's redo that one more time, you guys.
Just say flipping the switch. Do what you did before.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching this week's episode, Flipping the Switch with your new co-host. Let's start over. All right. Peace.
Don't do all that.